Hey everybody, welcome to another album ranking where I rank every song from a certain album. I have done other album rankings in the past, such as Ween's the Mollusk, Beatles' White Album, and Rolling Stone's Sticky Fingers, along with a bunch of other albums I've done. Check those out. But today I will be ranking every song from David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust, or The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, which is a really long title, so I just call it Ziggy Stardust. So yeah. So alright. This album, I'm gonna go and say it is a masterpiece. I'm gonna go and say that don't get mad that my least favorite is my least favorite because I think every single song on this album is great. There's not a bad song on this album at all. This is definitely one of my favorite classic rock albums of all time. So yeah, just keep in mind, don't get mad at my least favorite, please, because I still like it. So all right, yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a while. This is a great album, one of my all-time favorites. So yeah, um, so this video might be a little bit short because I might not have a whole lot to say about these songs, but also maybe maybe the ranking won't be very long, but however, at the end of this ranking, I have an announcement to make. So yeah, I don't know how long this video will be, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's just go ahead and get started, shall we? All 11 tracks from Ziggy Stardust ranked from my least favorite to favorite. So, okay, let's get started. All right, so number 11, my least favorite song from Ziggy Stardust is Lady Stardust. And again, it's not bad. Like, even my least favorite, I don't hate my least favorite. It's a very good song. Like I said, I don't think there is a bad song on this album. Um, But yeah, just I like all the others better. This is still at least like a 7 out of 10 song. So yeah, it's still great. It does sound a little bit like Elton John. There's a few tracks on this album that sound kind of like Elton John. Actually, this one really does, especially like in the chorus. But it's a cool song. I like the piano in it. Yeah, Ziggy Stardust is number 11. All right, number 10 is Star. Star is another song that I think is a 7 out of 10. And these are my least favorite songs on the album, but they're still great. And this one also kind of sounds a little bit like Elton John, except this one's a little bit faster paced, while Lady Stardust was a little slower paced. But they both kind of sound like Elton John, weirdly enough. And I think they were the opening tracks on the second side of this album, so kind of weird. Um, I don't know. This came out in 1972. Was Elton John around during that time? I don't know. If he was, maybe he was just starting out or something. Maybe his first album came out that year. I know his first album came out somewhere in the early 70s, but I can't remember for sure when it came out, and I don't even know if it came out before. I don't know if he was already popular, but yeah. Um, as far as I know, as I mean, maybe maybe Yellow Brick Road might have came out this same year. I don't know, or maybe that was '73. I can't remember. But anyways, Star though, Star is a really cool song. Yeah, Star is number 10. All right, number 9. Number 9 is the second track on the album that is Soul Love. Soul Love is really cool. It's like a kind of a slow kind of R&B kind of song, sort of. Has a really cool bass line in it, I think, at least of what I remember. Um, yeah, really cool song. Kind of wish it was a little bit higher, but I just like some of these others better. So yeah, Soul Love is number 9. Okay, number 8 is It Ain't Easy, which I believe is a cover, the only cover on this album, and I don't know who originally did it, but this is a good one. I really like It Ain't Easy. I like how it starts out, and I like the think it's female background vocals in the chorus, really cool. Yeah, In It Easy is number 8. Okay, number 7. All right, now we're getting to the hits. Number 7. Now, I think a lot of people would probably put this as number 1, and I get it. It's a great song, but the reason why it's number 7 is because I've heard this song like so many times where like I'm almost sick of it. Honestly, I still think it's great though. I still think it's a fantastic song. That is Starman. Yeah, I'm sorry. Starman's not my favorite on this album, but it's not my least favorite, so there's that. No, it's a great song. It's a very good song. I think the whole song is great. I like the verses a little bit better than the chorus, but the chorus is also still very good. Um, yeah, Starman's a really cool song, and that is my number 7. Number 6 is actually the closing track on the album. That is Rock and Roll Suicide. And I actually didn't really realize until last night while listening to it that this is actually a bitchin' song. This song is really badass. My only problem with this song is that because it's the closing track, I wish it was longer. Yeah, I wish this song was longer. Like it's only 2 minutes and 58 seconds. That's a little too short for an album closer, in my opinion. It should have been a lot longer, like at least 4 or 5 minutes, honestly. But it's still a great song. This one's really cool. Yeah, Rock and Roll Suicide is number 6. All right, number 5 is another huge song, and this might have been the first David Bowie song I've ever heard. If not, then it's definitely one of the first. I don't know. I'm thinking it was either this or maybe Under Pressure, if you even count that one as a David Bowie song, because it's technically a Queen song featuring David Bowie, but whatever. Um, but my number 5 is Moonage Daydream, and this song is really cool. This is a great song. I just happen to like the other four a little better, but it still made it in my top 5. I've heard it a lot too, like Starman, but this one, like, whenever this comes on Pandora, I don't really skip this one. I always listen to it. It's really cool. Um, has awesome lyrics too in it. Even the opening line, "I'm an alligator," but yeah, really cool song. I think it was in the movie Guardians of the Galaxy, if I'm not mistaken. I know it was in School of Rock because that was, I think, where I first heard this song. Um, it also was in a Rock Band video game. That's also where I first heard it. But well, the second time I heard it at least. But yeah, Midnight Daydream is a great song, and that is number 5. Number 4 is Suffragette City. This one is probably the most punkiest song on the album. This one kind of, in some ways, kind of reminds me of like the Stooges, or like Iggy Pop in general. Like it's really cool. Um, yeah, this is a really cool song. What can I say? Just a really cool punky David Bowie song, Suffragette City. Yeah. Um, yeah, number 4, Suffragette City. Number 3 is actually a song that used to be my favorite David Bowie song for quite a long time. It was the song that got me into Bowie, actually. And I know I first heard this in the movie Chronicle. Yeah, that is the self-titled track, Ziggy Stardust. Well, technically, it's I mean, the name of the album is The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. But, still, I call this album Ziggy Stardust. So it's kind of the self titled. So, yeah. But this one is awesome. This is a great song, has a great opening riff to, well, actually, the riff, like, the opening riff, yeah, is really awesome. Um, it has great verses, a really awesome chorus. Well, kind of a chorus. I mean, I think they switch up the lyrics, but it's still has the same rhythm. Um, just a really awesome song. It's one of my favorite Bowie songs for sure. But not it's only number three on this list. I think one of the reasons why is probably because I've heard it a lot too, but I never get tired of it. Sometimes I get kind of tired of Ziggy or Starman, but this one, no, I love this song. So yeah, Ziggy Stardust is number three. Okay, number two. These final two, if you're keeping track, you might be kind of shocked because they're some of the deeper cuts on this album. But my number two is actually another song that's a little bit punky too, in some ways, kind of. That is "Hang On to Yourself." This one is awesome. This one's really catchy, especially in the chorus. It kind of, in some ways, reminds me of like early Devo in some ways, sort of. And this is even before Devo. But yeah, "Hang On to Yourself" is awesome. If you haven't, I mean, most likely you have heard it. If you're watching this video, then you've probably heard this album. But by some chance you haven't, check it out. It is great. All right, yeah, "Hang On to Yourself" number two, and my number one favorite song from Ziggy Stardust. If you've been keeping track, you know what it is. It is the opening track on the album. Not only is it my favorite on Ziggy Stardust, but it's my favorite David Bowie song. That is the underrated 5 Years. This song is a fucking masterpiece. Like, I mean, I have to be honest. I mean, yes, this is my favorite song on the album. I honestly think this is the best song on the album. Not only my favorite, but I think it's the best song. I think all the other songs, even Starman and Ziggy Stardust and Moonage Daydream, they're they don't they don't they're not in the same league as 5 Years. 5 Years is a fucking masterpiece of a song. It is just amazing. And I think it's even the longest song on the album, which is like 4 minutes and 42 seconds. Which isn't like really long, but it's the longest song on the album. So yeah, that's really, and like I think Rock and Roll Suicide is one of the shortest songs on the album. So that's kind of weird. Um okay, it's not the shortest, but it's one of the shortest. But yeah, 5 Years is fucking awesome. I know I've said that a lot already, but it's a great song. I love it. I love 5 Years. Ever since I first heard this album, it just blew my mind. I thought this was just like one of the best songs ever written, and it is. It is, yeah. So yeah, 5 Years is my number one favorite song from Ziggy Stardust by David Bowie. All right, there we go. There is my ranking for all the songs from Ziggy Stardust by David Bowie. So, all right. So in the comments, please give me your ranking of this album, and if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Just say your favorite and least favorite songs on the album. So yeah. Okay, so right about now is where I say what my next videos are going to be. Well, I'm not going to do that today because I have an announcement to make that involves that. I am going to be taking another break um, for quite a while, maybe, perhaps. Yeah, I thought I'd announce it here too. I don't know. There's some stuff going on with me, with like in my life right now that's just kind of, I don't know. It's a little weird. I don't really want to get into details, but I'm not really living the best life at the moment. Just that's all I'm gonna say. I'm fine. It just I don't know. I'm just in a weird space, and also I'm getting a little bit burnt out on just making videos, anyways. So there's also that. And like even like coming up with new ideas for videos is a little hard. Um, like I'm starting to run out of ideas, especially for like movie lists. I'm running out of ideas. But but with that being said, while I'm on my break, I am going to, however, still continue on like watching movies because I'm working on like some director rankings at the moment. Um and like a bunch of different ones at the moment. So I'm still going to be watching movies and also I'm currently working on a BC Boys discography ranking. So I listened to the first three so far. So that would probably be one of the first music related videos that I'll do next whenever I come back from my break is the discography ranking for the Beastie Boys. But so look out for that whenever sometime when I come back. I honestly don't know for sure when I'll be back. But I'm thinking sometime sometime probably maybe in late December. If not, then probably January. So there could be a good chance that this might be my last video of the year. Um, it could be. I don't know for sure, but it could be. Um, if not, then maybe I'll put up some videos, in late December. We'll see. I don't know. I want to come back as soon as I can, but just at the moment, I need a break. I do. I need a break. So yeah. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I know I don't have very many subscribers still at the moment. At 71, which isn't too bad. I'm actually glad I'm there in the 70s now. Um, so that's really cool. And those of you who are subscribed to me and do watch my channel, I thank you very much. It really means a lot to me. Um, I'm glad someone's watching my videos because I know I'm not a great YouTuber, but I do this because I love it. I love making videos, and yeah, and I know I have a little bit of fans, and I love you guys. I truly do. Um, but yeah, I'll be back sometime soon. Not sure when, but sometime. So yeah, all right. So please like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell. And I'll see you sometime in the next month or two whenever I come back from my break. So yeah. Anyways, but if I don't come back until January, then have a great rest. Have a great rest of the year, guys. Hope you have a happy new year. So yeah. And hopefully 2023 will be a better year for this channel. We'll see. But anyway, so yeah, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys sometime soon. All right. Peace.